Good. So we have a format. This is how we want to start the show. Give us your name, where you live, the school you train at, and if the school's named something else, what is the affiliate?
Okay. So my name is Kenneth Brown. I live in Baltimore, Maryland. I train at Evolve Academy in Gaithersburg, Maryland, and I'm part of Team Order.
Nice. Is there any pressure being on America's favorite team right now?
I mean, for me, it's not pressure, but it can be if you allow it to be.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's jump right into this interview with this question. In the sport, it's very important to give back to the community and spread BJJ. Have you taken part in this thought process, or have you been able to give back yet?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. Like I give back by teaching jiu-jitsu, trying to think of ways to convey the knowledge and the love of the sport in the best way possible. And also, I try to, post things on the web and try to encourage people to give it a try. But I can always do more, and I'll think about it more as I go along.
And how did you get into the sport of jiu-jitsu? And what made you continue doing it to get to the level that you're at now?
Well, I started training at Evolve Academy what was it? It was like 6 years ago almost. And for a year I didn't train jiu-jitsu at the academy. I was just doing like the Thai boxing and the other programs. But being in the environment over time, you get exposed to it. You get you see it out of your peripheral vision, and over time I wanted to do it. And I gave it a try. I loved it, and then I was hooked. There was no going back.
All right, perfect. Before we go on with this interview, I want you to tell people your website, because I actually really enjoy your site that you have made. So let people know what that is, and what's your goal with this website that you have?
Okay. The website is called BJJ Canvas. The name is kind of because when I think about jiu-jitsu, I think of it as an art, And with an art, every person's expression of the art is different. It's their own masterpiece. And I see the same in jiu-jitsu. Like, everybody has a different style. They create a different, masterpiece. So Canvas is kind of my thought process and how I think about jiu-jitsu as it develops over time. So it's like I'm just throwing things on the canvas, painting it stroke by stroke, stroke by stroke.
Absolutely. I agree with you totally. My favorite thing that you wrote was how you compared Think and Grow Rich, and you compared that to the ideology to BJJ. That was probably one of my favorite that you have done, because I've read that book and I absolutely loved it. So
it's a great book, and Master Lawyer recommends it a lot. I read it 3 times. Like when I read it once, I was like, I see things I can apply. So I read it again, and again, I saw things I could apply. And then I read it again, and I still see things I could apply. Like, I'm probably going to read it more times, because the concepts are universal. Like, you see them, like the same concepts you see them in other books, you see them in other spheres, you see them in quotes, but that book just kind of outlined them in a clear way. And if you take the concepts and apply it, you can apply it however you want and achieve the results you want.
Nice. Well, what are some goals you have left at the belt you're at, which is brown? And what do you expect when becoming a black belt? Because when we all started off, that goal seemed unattainable or magical, but you're getting very close to it. So what are some goals at both those belts?
Well, as far as black belt, I'm not even thinking about it yet. Like, I just got my brown belt in July, and my focus right now is just getting better. Like, when I go out and compete, it's just to test myself. Like, I want to test myself against the best people. I want to learn every day. And my goal is to never lose the love of the sport and to lose the love of staying in the process of improvement. That's simply my primary goal.
What are some procedures that you take to ensure that you don't lose love of the sport like many people have over the years?
Well, I try to kind of introduce like I have I have I forgot the word. I have intense short bursts of intense focus. So I focus on different styles and different techniques and different like concepts. And these little small projects was like they keep my interest alive. Because I'm always working on something.
Where do you see yourself now if it weren't for being introduced to jiu-jitsu? And since we're on the subject, how did you get into the sport?
Well, you already mentioned how the reason I started training at Evolve Academy is before I started training, I was really overweight. I was 340, right? But I started watching Ultimate Fighter and stuff, and I liked it. I liked the sport. I liked the MMA, and I wanted to see if I could do it. I wanted to test myself. I wanted to try it, and I thought I could. So I went out and found the gym. Evolve was the first academy I went to. That first day was rough. It was terrible. But I made it through. I made it through, and that's all that matters. And I loved it, so I stayed. And over time, it spread to jiu-jitsu, and I never looked back.
I agree. Like most of us, the first class is usually rough. I took a pretty good beating, but that's what made me want to stay. What was your favorite belt that you have worn, and what is your most hated, and reasons why for both?
You mean you mean belt?
Yeah, like jiu-jitsu belt.
Well, I don't really have a favorite belt, but blue belt was the belt that I wanted the most. I couldn't wait to get that belt, and when I got it, I was so happy. It was an incredible day. After that, my perspective on belts changed. I no longer think about promotion. All I think about is process and improvement. So yeah, that was pretty much the promotion was the best thing. But as far as being a specific belt, I'm just happy that I'm continuing to progress.
Sorry, we're gonna have to. This could be the last question. We're running a little behind as we didn't expect. But what would be the best advice you can give someone, and not that you have heard personally, but something you've always wanted to hear? Maybe that's the question. Sorry, it came out a little wrong, but
as far as advice, I think what helps is just being in the process, and just kind of accepting the fact that things you won't always feel like you're moving upward. Embrace that plateau. Enjoy the process. No matter if you win, lose, you get smashed in the gym, nothing matters. But staying in the process and always moving forward, and just loving it. It's a great sport, great art. Love it. Have fun.
Indeed.
That's a great advice.
We hope a lot of success in the future for you, and we hope that you get your black belt soon enough. And thank you for your time, for speaking with us, and
yeah, we're thinking about having this same episode again once everyone becomes a black belt. I think that would be even epic.
I can't wait.
Thank you very much.
All right. Have a good day.